Go.
Hello, we are Geeks Assembled, and today we are talking a TV special, which has got some notoriety with the fans. So this is the first time, I'll be honest, I have seen this in full. I have seen clips here, there, and everywhere, but I've never sat down and watched the Star Wars Holiday Special from 1978. And as far as I remember, make out, it was Thanksgiving in 1978. This was broadcast, so around that area, around that time. So it was made specially for that time. Yeah, it's different. That's all I can say. But I'm going to leave my thoughts until Susan's had her say. So, Susan, I'll just pass it over to you. The Star Wars Holiday Special.
Well. Let me tell you, this is the most bizarre Star Wars adventure yet. It's weirder than the Ewoks adventure. It's more. There's more sexual tension than the prequels with Padme and Anakin. There is, it's just so trippy. Oh, literally, it's so trippy, and it's before Empire Strikes Back came out. So, I mean, this is a piece of film and entertainment that has, it's got a really amazing cast, and it's got a really different feel to it, and yet it also tells the story of Chewbacca's family, which you never see in the prequels, and you never see in the sequels, and you never see in the original trilogy.
True.
So they just come at you out of nowhere. You never expected Chewbacca, a Wookiee who spends his entire life in space, to have a wife, a child, a father who live under his own roof in his own house, and have to come home for Life Day. Life Day. That's another thing that's interesting about this. It's about a quasi-religious Wookiee celebration. Life Day. It's like aiming towards Christmas, aiming towards Thanksgiving, but life. It's more like Christmas because they're presents given. And oh man, weird stuff. Got a Boba Fett cartoon in it, and it's got a space battle in the Millennium Falcon. As per usual, the Millennium Falcon plays a huge role in this, and yeah. So what a strange piece of work this is. Anyway, yeah. Just what? Go ahead now. What do you think?
Well, I didn't know what to expect really. As I say, this has become sort of a legend because it's never been rebroadcast, apparently.
No.
So only shown the once. Yeah. It's sort of left field where the Chewbacca's family just come from, living in a 1970s styled house, furnishings, and that.
Yeah, that's true.
Some of it. Do you know this? What it's like? It's like Star Wars does Saturday Night Cabaret show. Because you've got musical interludes as well. Which I enjoyed, to be honest. I loved the is it Diane Carroll? Diane
Yes.
Carroll song. I loved Jefferson Starship's song. Absolutely adored B. Arthur's song in the canteen. I wasn't so keen on Carrie Fisher's song at the end. That was a bit. That was out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I adored the little bit the cartoon in the middle of this, giving our first look at Boba Fett.
Yeah.
And the characters also voiced by the actors from the movie.
And what's
You got
really great about that is that it actually because Filoni's doing the Boba Fett series,
mhm.
he might very well reference this.
You never know.
Filoni has not. He has grabbed from Legends. I mean, he took Thrawn out of the Legends, and he's just he. So yeah, the Boba Fett series might reference this incident.
Yeah, it is a bit of an oddball one. This. I mean, I can see what they were trying to do. It was holiday season. Star Wars the year before was the big blockbuster. How and the sequel wasn't on the horizon until 1980. What do we do? And this is what they did. But it was good to see, Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Peter Mayhew, and Anthony Daniels all reprising the roles for this sort of fun little escapade, shall we say. I don't understand why Harvey Korman was in this. Was he supposed to be the comic relief in this?
Well, he played 3 different characters. He played the
but 3 different
with 4 arms.
Yeah, 3 different characters, but each sketch or whatever you want to call it wasn't very funny.
Well, it was.
And Harvey Korman was a funny actor, funny guy.
Slapstick. They were sort of slapstick.
And for me, that's what part of this didn't really gel with me was the Harvey Korman parts. Art Carney in it as the friends of the Chewbaccas. Yeah, I can handle that. But it was the 70s style home of the Wookiees what got me laughing. Yeah, you don't expect that, yeah.
Yeah.
especially
Harvey Korman. Let me go back to Harvey Korman really quick. He played the character with the stir, whip, stir, beat.
Mm-hmm.
That was he was in drag for that one, and also he had 2 extra arms, so that was great. And then he also did the robot YouTube of how to assemble the communication device.
Yeah.
The way that they were supposed to be able to hear in, and also how Lumpy was gonna transmit this the signal to all the stormtroopers in on Kashyyyk, and because of that, they really felt like they had to enslave Kashyyyk at that point, and then he was in the bar with B. Arthur. So
top of his head.
yeah. So I mean, he had he had 3 really different roles, but
3 different roles, but I just thought they didn't really fit in well with what the sort of story they were telling. I mean, I love the cantina scene with B. Arthur. I mean, all the aliens, what was there in that, from the original movie and some new ones, which was great to see. The cantina band were playing as well, and when she burst into song, I didn't expect it, but I really got into that song. I thought that's a brilliant song.
Yeah, Figrin, Dan, and the Modal Nodes was the name of the. They
Um,
were the Biff band.
but can someone tell me what the hell, what the hell was going on with Luke's makeup?
I don't know. He was quite tarted up.
Very eyeliner, orange.
He looked a bit like Donald Trump last
Yeah.
year.
And his hair was totally slicked down, and I don't know.
He looked different, that's for sure.
Very, I didn't recognise it at first. And I thought, oh, God, it's Mark Hamill. Yeah, I mean, the story, it's a simple story, isn't it? Chewbacca trying to get back to the family for holiday celebrations. That's it, really.
His family had such weird names.
Well,
There
apparently
was
they're,
Paula, Itchy, and Lumpy.
yeah, but they're shortened names of their long names.
I know, but I mean, still.
And something for the kids, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, was there any toy range? A little lump.
I believe that there probably was.
Yeah. Oh, there's Lumpy the action figure, and Itchy the little action figure. You never know. There might have been.
And Itchy was so sort of, he was like a sleazy old guy.
Especially with his mouth like that.
And he was like drooling over Diane Carroll as she was singing, and she looked like an Exelon. She looked like directly out of Tom Baker's Doctor Who.
The Movellans.
The Movellans. I'm sorry, not the Exelon. Yeah, the Movellans.
And that would have been roughly around the same time, was it? 79. So Doctor Who may have nicked it from them.
Yeah, it's just.
But and also the usage of film footage in this as well is so obvious.
Yeah.
Could you say you had Alec Guinness appear and clips of Darth Vader, but I think new audio recorded by James L. Jones.
Yeah.
Which, as far as I know, this was the first time he was credited as the voice of Darth Vader in the holiday special.
Oh wow.
But no Kenny Baker. He wasn't in R2D2.
Right. He was played by R2D. R2D2 was played by R2D2.
Yeah, there was so they never got Kenny Baker back to do it. So it was just a remote controlled one.
That's rude.
Yeah, very rude when you ask all the other cast members to come back.
Yeah. And Diane Carroll passed away like last year, I think.
Yes, she did. Yeah, I mean, I mainly know her from her stint in was it Dynasty?
Oh yeah.
Dynasty? Or as you folks over there call it, Dynasty.
We use longer vowels. It's true, and we have more diphthongs.
Well, you can get an ointment for that.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, like the weird dancers like on the chessboard, that was sort of
that was a bit surreal. I don't know where that came from.
Yeah.
But to me, watching this is what light entertainment used to be like back in the day, back in that time, on UK TV. So it was mostly very similar to what you had over there by looking at what this was.
Yeah, so it was really a specific time. And they whatever was going on with the Luke and R2 had the black squares instead of the blue ones.
Yeah.
And I noticed that, and then his intense makeup was.
It was mostly, you know, the R2 unit was mostly a smaller version because if they didn't have to put Kenny Baker in it,
They didn't have to put, yeah,
so it might have been a smaller model,
yeah.
different model.
Or
You
they
know?
may have used the model that they used for the inside, for the outside of the X-wing fighter, which was black.
Yeah.
And Light the Sky on Fire, Jefferson Starship. What my question is, did this cause them to change their name from Jefferson Airplane to Jefferson Starship?
See, they were Jefferson Airplane back in the 60s, wasn't they?
Yeah, they started out in the same block, in the same time frame, the same acid test as the Grateful Dead.
Yeah, and then
Right down the street.
I think a name change came when some members left in the early 70s, and they changed it to Jefferson Starship. And then when some other members left just past the 70s, early 80s, they changed it to Starship.
Yeah. But it must have been like a thrill for them to be, because their name was Starship.
Yeah. But I was looking, but that must have been a period where Grace Slick wasn't in the band.
Wasn't in the band, right?
I mean, she was in, you know, so she must have took time out or had left and then came back in the 80s. But I was looking at it, I thought, well, I can't see Grace Slick anywhere.
Yeah, and Marty Balin was singing. Yeah, that was so beautiful, though. That was a really good music video. It was a really good addition.
I thought, out of the 4 musical segments we got, 3 were brilliant. As I said, you know, the Jefferson Starship, B. Arthur, and the other one what I was talking about,
Diane Carroll.
Carol.
Novellin.
Yeah, I mean that was just. I mean that started off real slow, then it built up, and I thought that's brilliant. And say the one with the B. Arthur where she's getting all the customers singing, up and dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was really. And then Carrie Fisher opened her mouth at the. Nothing against Carrie Fisher, like, but you know, I thought, well, yeah.
Yeah, and this one really showed, you know, how stormtroopers were, and I'll talk a little bit more about this when we go into our next review, about how stormtroopers treat people.
Yes.
And they did that whole, you know, what American cops are famous for, which is breaking into a home and then ransacking it. I mean, they even ripped the head off of Lumpy's Bantha.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Bantha. I mean, like they destroyed his room, and so yeah, that was the stormtroopers basically trashed Lumpy's room, but didn't do anything downstairs. So I just thought that was really, you know, rude, and you know that's the kind of thing that led police to just think that they can do whatever they want. It's something you don't see in the UK because.
Well, if it does happen, they keep the push it, you know, cover it up. If it does happen.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm sorry, I just hadn't ever heard. Sorry.
Yeah. So you know when this was broadcast then in 1978. Well, did you actually see the original broadcast?
I was. I may have seen it.
No. Because
I don't really remember. I was still going through culture shock coming back from South America then. So I didn't have a firm memory of this.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I know this has got notoriety over the years. But I wonder what it was like watching it at the time and what the people thought of it there and then when it was broadcast. They mostly took it as just the norm, and it's just a light entertainment show. But over the years, people have dissed it and ripped on it.
Yeah, it's got a certain it's been panned a lot. I'll just say it that way.
I don't know why though. It's not that bad, really. It's
Yeah, so I can't wait to hear your score, but yeah, I don't remember it, and
Yeah.
so that was what the first time I watched it as an adult, I watched it because a lot of my friends were watching incredibly weird things.
Yeah.
Things that were just kind of random, and this was one of the most random things of it.
I mean, I really like the animation in this was brilliant for the cartoon segment. I thought that was really well done.
It really was great.
I mean, but looking at it now, it was done back then. It did resemble a Saturday morning cartoon, but
there was when Star Wars: The Clone Wars started, there was a animation that was very similar to this. And just FYI, this has Boba Fett's or Jango Fett's helmet in the same colors as Jango Fett's helmet before he changed the colors of it. So I mean, it is an older it's an older thing. The original helmet and the I mean, the way Luke was pictured was a bit more rough and tumble, but the way that Anakin was pictured in that Clone Wars was a bit more rough and tumble. So, there's a continuity even to the animation style into the Clone Wars. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I really did enjoy it. I thought, wow, this is fun.
And they have had so much. They had so much interest in Boba Fett, and they never really developed his character until The Mandalorian. And now we have a fully fleshed out character. Like we have this animation, and then the Clone Wars and Rebels, and then The Mandalorian. And that's all we've got for Boba Fett. But he gets his own series, so yay.
Yeah, it was, I mean, the animation, what was it, 10 minutes at the most?
Right?
It stood out for me. And as you say, he must have had a bit of impact from this to get to be in the Empire Strikes Back.
Right? That too.
You must have had to. People must have written in and said, "What a brilliant character! We must see that character again." So, yeah.
So good.
So anything else you want to say about the Star Wars Holiday Special?
Yeah, it's the only Star Wars without lightsabers.
Yeah.
And without, using the Force. They say, "May the Force be with you," but they don't. It's really the only thing that's not, got the magic. It's just people doing people things.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I like the way Luke was messing about with a motor in his garage or something, and Leia was typing away on a console. You
Yeah.
know, I think, well, they must have said, right, you just sit there, just tap away on that. and then you just say the lads.
And
You know that.
what was that other guy's name? The one who played the salesman?
Oh,
Yeah, hang on.
Art Carney
Art Carney.
from the Honeymooners.
Yeah. I mean, that was truly, brilliant and weird and stuff.
Yeah, his character was fine, man. He was a bit of a wise guy, a wheeler dealer, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Anything you want, he can get you it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that character seemed okay. But as I say, never seen again.
Nope.
So
It kind of was like a maybe they did a little of that with Watto in on Tatooine with Anakin, but yeah, you
yeah,
don't see a lot of what he was doing or any of that, but that was cool. And the fact that he was trying to, work with the rebellion and work with and fool the Empire, that was fun too.
yeah, he was trying to please both sides.
Well, trying to fool the Empire.
Yeah, but if he could make a little bit of money on the side, he would do.
Sure. So I did a lot of note taking for this. I am surprised how much I had to say about that, because I mean, it was definitely different from what it just was sort of random but fun.
What you've got to remember as well is, back when this came out, you'd only had one Star Wars movie,
Right?
and this was 1978. This was, and nobody. I don't think we didn't know there was going to be a sequel in 1978.
No.
So this could have been the last Star Wars we'd have ever seen.
Yeah.
If we hadn't got Empire Strikes Back, this could have been the last thing Star Wars did. But yeah, I enjoy for the majority of it. I enjoyed it. There was just a few niggles here and there, but it's just a fun little show, isn't it?
It is.
Just don't take it too seriously.
Definitely don't.
Yeah.
So are you excited for the Star Wars Lego holiday special that's supposed to be coming up?
I thought isn't it already out?
I don't know.
Oh, I'll have to check on that. Yeah, I read something about that a while back. I may give it a watch.
Yeah, I just like, wow. This is weird and wonderful as this one. That's gonna be great. Yeah.
I like weird and wonderful.
Yeah.
That's just me. So I think we've drained the life out of this one.
Yep, we've really talked about everything in it.
So, what's your final say and score then, Susan?
Well, it used to get panned a lot, but now it's sort of cult favorite. There's a version of this with all the original commercials added back, and that one it's really fun to watch. It's got a lot of nostalgia. But I also watched the one without the commercials in it, and I mean, I think it had its own beats and rhythm to it, and the fact that it was musical and everything, it was great. And
Yeah.
yeah, so I'll give this, eight headless banthas out of 10. I feel really bad for Lumpy. I know that he just was trying to maintain his own private, room place, and stormtroopers just were really, really cruel to him, and I can't wait for Boba Fett. So looking forward to that, actually.
Not long now, only a few more months.
No, right?
Well, thanks for that, Susan. What shall I give it? Well, I tell you what I did like. You must have watched the same version I did then. This was broadcast on a Friday night because before the program started, and at the end of this, it was going on about the Incredible Hulk and Wonder Woman not being aired tonight,
Right.
and then the Incredible Hulk at the end of it, and Wonder Woman will be back next Friday at the normal time.
Right.
Oh wow, great TV! Wonder Woman and the Incredible Hulk on the same channel on the same night.
Right. That would have been the Friday
DC,
night show.
DC and Marvel on the same channel.
I know, it's true.
You'll never get that anymore.
No, now that Disney owns Marvel, you're quite right, sir.
It's only a matter of time before they own DC. It will happen.
You think so?
Oh yeah, and then you will get a Batman Spider-Man crossover.
Hey, I'm still waiting for Fantastic Four
That's happening, isn't it?
to join in with the Marvel MCU.
As far as I know, it's happening, but I don't know how long. I think it's in the next phase. I think, or the phase after that. Going back to this though, yeah, it has got its faults, but it's a thing of its time. I'm gonna give it 8.5 B. Arthur's out of 10.
Nice.
I love B. Arthur.
So, have you ever watched The Golden Girls?
Many a time.
Oh, very good, very good. I'm glad.
I know I'm not anything like Rose
All right.
or Blanche.
Aren't you like Blanche a bit?
How dare you? No, I'm not.
But it was really great.
It was something
To see her and to have her tending bar in her favorite cantina. That was really fun.
Yeah. See, I liked that her character in this fitted so well.
Yeah.
But the character of Harvey Korman trying to date her didn't work for me. It was.
You just think Harvey Korman was thrown in for strange purposes, nefarious purposes.
Yeah, maybe.
Did that bring your score down, Harvey Korman?
Well, it did. That's why it's 8.5.
All right.
And also the 1970s shelving unit in the Backer's household, and and the kitchen aprons they're wearing. And
that was cute.
It was. That's the sort of thing that let it down for me. But it's different, of course. Anyways, that's our little review of the holiday special.
Yep.
Thank you, Susan, for agreeing to do this one.
Yes, you're welcome. You're quite welcome. It is a hoot. It is a hoot and a hanny.
Yeah. So you guys out there, let us know if you've seen the holiday special, and if you haven't, why not? I had to sit through it. Susan had to sit through it.
And we'll drop a link to the version that we watched in the
Yeah.
uh,
I'll put it on when we put it up. Yeah.
yeah.
So leave a comment below. Let us know what you thought. And if you'd like to be on our casts, leave a message. We'll get you on as soon as you can. All you
Where are your Star Wars kids?
Yeah. And all you ask is you're 18. You've got a laptop, PC, tablet with camera and microphone, and you'll be on.
And a bell.
Well, I haven't got a bell.
All right, that's fine. I'm just kidding.
So yeah, you'll find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We're all over the place. Any social media, you'll mostly find us at Geeks Assembled. So I think that's all the bump at the end of this, isn't it? I can't think of anything else. So until next time, be careful out there. Look after your banthas and stay safe. Bye for now.